You are 34. It's a Tuesday night, the TV on low in the background, nothing you're really watching, some show you've seen half of already. You have the calculator open on your phone, the one that tells you what it costs, per month, from now until 45, to walk away with $1,800,000, assuming an average return of 8%, assuming nothing goes wrong that a calculator can't fix. You've had it open before. You put in your age out of habit more than curiosity, the way you'd check a weather app for a city you're not actually visiting. $8,696 a month. The number sits there, glowing, and you read it twice because the first read doesn't seem right. That's more than most mortgages in this country. More than a lot of people's rent times 4. You do the thing everyone does. You nudge the age field down, just to see, just to feel the number soften, watching it drop the way you'd watch a scale after skipping a meal. Some small dishonest comfort in watching a number shrink, even when you know exactly why it shrank. Your phone buzzes. Marlon, gonna really lock in next year, man, for real this time. The same line he sent you since he was 25. You don't answer right away. You set the phone down on your knee and look back at the number instead. This is the level where most people quietly stop believing 45 is real and start telling themselves 50 sounds fine too. Rewind. You are 22. $2,378 a month. You're at your kitchen table, laptop open, a bowl of cereal going soft next to it, the milk starting to look the way milk looks after 10 minutes of being ignored. The calculator spits out the number and it looks almost like a joke, small enough to feel insulting, small enough that at 22 you genuinely believe you're being scammed by your own math. $2,000 a month, for 8%, for 23 years, for a walkaway number most people never touch. You don't open the brokerage app, not tonight. You tell yourself you'll do it this weekend, and you believe it the way you believe most things you tell yourself at 22. Fully, for about 6 hours. There's time. There's always time at 22. Or there seems to be, which functions exactly the same way in a 22-year-old's head. Somewhere in another apartment, Marlon is telling someone he's gonna start soon, and nobody at the table thinks to write down the date. Nobody ever does. You close the laptop. Good. That closing is the most expensive thing that happens to you all year, and nobody claps, because nobody ever claps for the years where nothing happened. $3,160 a month. 3 years. No deposits. The number has grown by $782 while you weren't looking, quietly, the way rent goes up, the way everything expensive creeps instead of jumps. You're at a bar with Marlon when he says it out loud for the first time. Next year, for real. Half a joke, half not. The kind of thing said over a second round that both of you will forget by morning. The bartender refills your water without asking. Neither of you notices. Somewhere behind the bar, a TV plays a game nobody at your table is watching. You don't forget the number, though. It sits somewhere in the back of your head, the way a low battery icon sits on a phone screen. Not urgent, not nothing. The calculator doesn't send a warning when it recalculates. It just moves. Every year you don't feed it, it quietly gets hungrier, and it never once asks permission. $4,293 a month. Now it's more than most people's rent, more than the car payment, more than the thing that used to be the biggest line item in anyone's budget. You check the number on your lunch break, standing in a parking lot, the sun too bright on your screen, a half-eaten sandwich sweating through its wrapper in your other hand. A coworker walks past and says something about the weather. You nod without really hearing it. The illusion cracks a little here. The quiet realization that later was never a discount. It was a markup. Compounding runs in the wrong direction for anyone who isn't already in the account. Marlon says it again that year, next year. He means it a little more this time, the way people mean things a little more each time they fail to do them, right up until meaning it more stops mattering at all, and the sentence itself becomes the whole plan. $5,982 a month. Almost double what 22 would have cost you. And you feel that doubling somewhere behind your sternum the first time you see it. A small physical tightening you don't have a name for. You're standing in your kitchen this time, dishes half done in the sink, and you set your phone down on the counter for a second before picking it back up, like the number needs a moment to be verified before you'll believe it twice. This is the level where the math stops being abstract. People flinch at this number. Actually flinch. Actual physical recoil. The kind reserved for a number on a medical bill, not a retirement calculator. Somewhere in here, quietly, without announcing it, not even to themselves, some people start moving the goalpost. 45 becomes 50. Nobody sends out an email about it. It's just a smaller ambition wearing the same clothes as the old one, and it fits well enough that most people never notice the change. You don't move it yet. You're not sure why not. Maybe it's just that you haven't said the new number out loud yet, and until you say it, it isn't real. $8,696 a month. Back to the couch. Back to the TV on low. Still on that same show you're not watching. This is where you started tonight, except now you understand what got you here. 12 years of a number quietly compounding whether or not you were watching it. Whether or not you even remembered it existed most of those years. Marlon's text is still sitting unanswered on your knee. Gonna really lock in next year. You don't reply, "You got this time." You just sit with the number a little longer than you did the first time you saw it tonight. The way you'd sit with a piece of news that needed a second read to fully land. $13,615 a month. This number now requires an income most salaries don't clear. Not after taxes, not after rent, not after anything resembling a normal life. This isn't a matter of discipline anymore. 15 years of compounding don't come back on sale, no matter how disciplined the next 15 try to be. Marlon gets a windfall that year. A bonus, a little vested equity, a number that for 1 week looks like it might finally be the thing that starts him. He opens the app. He stares at the screen for a long moment, longer than he means to. He closes the app, not because he's lazy. Starting now means admitting, in dollars, exactly what waiting cost him, and that math is harder to sit with than no math at all. You don't know it yet, but Marlon will open that app 4 more times over the next 2 years, and close it 4 more times, for the exact same reason. $24,691 a month. This is the tier where the number stops being a budget line and starts being a punchline nobody says out loud. Almost no one funds this from salary. Not a good one. Not a great one. This is where quit at 45 quietly becomes quit at 55, and nobody sends out an announcement, because there's no ceremony for a dream downsizing itself. The dream doesn't die loudly. It just stops coming up at dinner. You notice, around this age, that nobody your age brings up 45 anymore. Not you. Not Marlon. Not anyone at the table. And nobody seems to notice the subject has quietly left the room. $69,591 a month. This number belongs to people selling a business, cashing out equity, inheriting something. It does not belong to people budgeting from a paycheck, however good that paycheck is. 2 years from the finish line, this is the tier where the finish line quietly moves out of frame entirely. The way a coastline disappears once you're far enough out. Still there, technically, just no longer visible from where you're standing. Marlon is here now, still saying next year. At dinner, he says it lighter than he used to. Almost a joke now. The kind of joke people make about things that stopped hurting only because they gave up expecting them to change. Except next year doesn't fix anything anymore. Nobody warns you when the door closes. There's no notification, no final email, no countdown. You just stop hearing anyone your age talk about 45, and one day you realize it's been a while since anyone did, and you can't remember exactly when the conversation stopped. Back to the couch, age 34, phone glowing, TV still on low in the background. $8,696 a month. Except now you see it for what it actually is. Not a scare number, not a headline built to get a click, but the exact, itemized price of every year between 22 and now. Non-negotiable. Already spent, whether or not you spent anything. Marlon texts again. Same line. Same next year. This time you don't type anything back. You just close the app and set the phone face down on the couch cushion beside you. Somewhere right now, someone is 34, thumb on a calculator, staring at a number they didn't expect, deciding whether this is the year the excuse finally runs out of road. Somewhere else, someone is 22, closing the laptop, telling themselves there's time, and in a way there is. Right up until the year there quietly stops being any. The number was never the hard part. The year you stopped waiting always was.